As Iran sets the Gulf on fire, is a serious rift opening up inside Trump's own cabinet? With the Secretary of War and the Secretary of State pulling in opposite directions, is this Iran war turning into Trump's biggest headache? Rubio and Hegseth are reportedly at each other's throats. Why is Trump's A-team fighting while missiles are flying? Is Marco Rubio growing increasingly irked as Pete Hegseth goes full war mode on Iran, pushing for troop deployment?
America is winning, decisively, devastatingly, and without mercy. They are toast, and they know it. In under a week, the two most powerful air forces in the world will have complete control of Iranian skies, uncontested airspace.
As the boots on the ground haunts US, is Trump quietly turning to Kurdish fighters and CIA-backed militias to fight his war inside Iran? As the Middle East conflict continued, new tensions reportedly erupted inside President Trump's inner circle. According to reports, U.S. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth and Secretary of State Marco Rubio have been locked in a feud over Washington's approach to the Iran war. The development was reported by the Middle East Eye, citing 3 former U.S. officials. The disagreement centers on whether the United States should deploy ground troops to Iran at Israel's request, according to the report. Rubio and Hegseth were described as being at each other's throats over the troop question, reflecting sharply different views inside Trump's top team. Hegseth is said to support deploying U.S. forces into Iran, pushing for a harder military line, but Rubio is reportedly wary of entangling the United States in a long ground war in Iran. Both Hegseth and Rubio publicly defend the war on Iran, but sources say the war secretary has taken a more combative approach behind closed doors. Rubio is described as more sensitive to potential domestic opposition to U.S. boots on the ground and the political cost of rising American casualties. The report also says Rubio has been irritated by Hegseth's public posture during press briefings, including his more aggressive tone about escalation.
Today with one unmistakable message about Operation Epic Fury. America is winning, decisively, devastatingly, and without mercy. Under the direct command of President Trump, the War Department unleashed this operation early Saturday morning, just 4 days ago. Which means we need to remember 2 things. First, we are only 4 days into this. Metrics are shifting, dust is settling, and more forces are arriving. It's very early. And as President Trump has said, we will take all the time we need to make sure that we succeed. Second, we are only 4 days into this. And the results have been incredible. Historic, really. Only the United States of America could lead this, only us. But when you add the Israeli Defense Forces, a devastatingly capable force, the combination is sheer destruction for our radical Islamist Iranian adversaries. They are toast, and they know it. Or at least, soon enough, they will know it. And we have only just begun to hunt, dismantle, demoralize, destroy, and defeat their capabilities, just 4 days in. Starting last night and to be completed in a few days, in under a week, the two most powerful air forces in the world will have complete control of Iranian skies, uncontested airspace. I hope all the folks watching understand what uncontested airspace and complete control means. It means we will fly all day, all night, day and night, finding, fixing, and finishing the missiles and defense industrial base of the Iranian military, finding and fixing their leaders and their military leaders, flying over Tehran, flying over Iran, flying over their capital, flying over the IRGC, Iranian leaders looking up and seeing only U.S. and Israeli air power every minute of every day until we decide it's over. And Iran will be able to do nothing about it. B-2s, B-52s, B-1s, Predator drones, fighters, controlling the skies, picking targets. Death and destruction from the sky all day long. We're playing for keeps. Our warfighters have maximum authorities granted personally by the president and yours truly. Our rules of engagement are bold, precise, and designed to unleash American power, not shackle it. This was never meant to be a fair fight, and it is not a fair fight. We are punching them while they're down, which is exactly how it should be. Thus far, Operation Epic Fury has delivered twice the air power of shock and awe of Iraq in 2003, minus Paul Bremer and the nation building. The campaign has 7 times the intensity of Israel's previous operations against Iran during the 12-day war. 7 times. And as President Trump said, more and larger waves are coming. We are just getting started. We are accelerating, not decelerating. Iran's capabilities are evaporating by the hour, while American strength grows fiercer, smarter, and utterly dominant. More bombers and more fighters are arriving just today. And now, with complete control of the skies, we will be using 500-pound, 1,000-pound, and 2,000-pound GPS and laser-guided precision gravity bombs, of which we have a nearly unlimited stockpile. We used more exquisite standoff munitions at the start, but no longer need to. Our stockpiles of those, as well as Patriots, remains extremely strong. The enemy can no longer shoot the volume of missiles they once did, not even close. And the chairman will lay out some of those percentages. So our air defenses and that of our allies have plenty of runway. We can sustain this fight easily for as long as we need to. And as I said yesterday, we set the terms.
Trump, for his part, has remained evasive in public when asked directly whether he will send U.S. ground troops into Iran, the report notes. Trump told the New York Times, quote, "I don't have the yips with respect to boots on the ground. Like every president says, there will be no boots on the ground. I don't say it. I say, probably don't need them, or, if they were necessary." Unquote. At the same time, some U.S. personnel have complained about commanders referring to the Iran conflict as part of God's plan in internal messages. According to U.S. military statements and media reports, at least 6 American service members have been killed in the war so far. Hegseth has complained that U.S. battlefield gains are being overshadowed by news coverage of dead service members. U.S. officials have also discussed sending small special operations teams into Iran to hunt and target senior IRGC officials, according to reports. So far, U.S. military operations have mainly been limited to airstrikes and other standoff attacks using missiles and drones launched from outside Iranian territory. Separately, CNN reported that the CIA has begun training and arming Kurdish fighters to conduct operations inside Iran against the regime.